well against Teaser, and Beastly taking a trip to losers after fighting against Mutace. This is a rematch from earlier today in Top 48. Beastly had a 3-0 win. Wasn't exactly like a 3-0 close though. Also definitely was not a 3-0 dominant win either. Shu switched to the Mario at the end of that set, but I think after the confidence we saw in the losers top 8 set from her, it's gonna be ZSS.
I love the tags here. Beastly repping version 6.5. Meanwhile, Shu giving the
Mother
correction.
Day.
It's Mother Day, and it's giving Mother right now. So after that set versus Teaser, yeah, I'll give it up. She is so Mother. We'll see.
Good for her.
We'll see if she's going to be able to continue that kind of momentum, or if version 6.5 has anything to say about it.
He needs to get on his level. He's not even close to that yet. Where's the firmware?
Cool.
Oh, now, see, earlier in the set, there was just like not a lot of like aggression from Shu. She wasn't really trying to push the issue. It was just trying to let Beastly have like these predictable defensive timings, and then was trying to blow him up for that afterwards. I think that, again, you know, after that set we saw earlier from Shu playing against Teaser, it's going to be a different kind of match.
Manages to make it back to the ledge safely. But safely is with a big asterisk, because you know Shu's still on stage waiting to hunt him down. Gets the back throw set up, steals Banana. Doesn't quite find connection on the forward air.
Ooh.
Twice a miss.
That was great DI by Shu, down and away on that down tilt, knowing, okay, she put herself in a bad position, had to go away from that. Because of that, holds on to that first stock and is able to take the first one, playing with a lead here in the first game.
Yeah, Banana set up as well to get extra shield pressure off the Nair. Sends the wrong way, so Shu's not going to be able to eviscerate this stock. Blessing for Beastly. But Shu's still looking incredibly strong. High percent, but the ledge trap's not as threatening against Zero Suit Samus. Woo. Able to dodge through that up smash.
That was
continue the pressure.
Yeah, forget whatever I was saying. Shu is working on a gnarly ledge trap right now. The berry calling out the timing on the mash, but not going to be able to take the stock because that was the aerial up B. Also, Nitty's kind of, wait.
Yeah, he's got a little bit after him. Eats a few bananas. He's got some pudge.
He's got some pudge. Oh, you're not living this though. Forward smash. How dare you rely on that move?
Well, with a tag like Shu, gotta put a little bit of faith in him.
Shu fits.
I suppose.
Beastly, though, getting that first stock on the board as well, playing for a full stock deficit. You were talking about this earlier, too. Diddy doesn't have a ton of those super moves to get directly back into the game from a bad spot, but if you play that Fundies game, you just might have it. Trying to call out the double jump, flip jump right there, but Shu a little bit more discerning with those resources.
Yeah. Now, Diddy might not have the super move, but what he does have is an insane neutral that can just keep going and going and going once you get that first hit, and that's why we really haven't seen a lot from Shu in response to this stock. Finally finding her footing. That's going to be a big one.
Oh, lots of damage right there. Just, again, calling out that Beastly disadvantage so well. And it's progressed from not just calling out his timing anymore, also the positioning extremely well.
Let's see if we can catch this ledge trap. Shu just getting popped by the banana, but that flip jump is getting Beastly buried.
That's got to be frustrating for Beastly, too, because you can tell that he was clearly expecting that flip jump, too. He was ready for it, but just missed on the execution. This time gets the up smash, and Shu asking for the crowd to pump it up a little bit as we head to the last stock in game one.
Big setup as well, the falling up into the back air. See if we can catch Beastly on the way. Oh, manages to steal center stage. Shu gonna find one of these airs, find a big confirm. Jab puts Beastly off stage once again.
Wow, quick burst to center stage right there. Beastly able to get some semblance of control back in this game, but he needs more than a little bit of control. He needed to build up a lot of damage and didn't get the chance. Shu with that JB2 gonna take that game number one.
Ill-advised banana pull, sending straight towards Shu. Really just gifting her the banana that ended up finishing that game.
Called him out for that for sure, because we've seen Beastly have a couple of times where he will run all the way to the corner and not really respect that mobility of ZSS, and we are already seeing a very different story from the set they played in winners with Shu up 1-0. We go back to small battlefield for game two. Same song playing as well, Destroyed Skyworld.
see if Beasley's going to be able to make some adjustments, make this look a little bit more like that first set, or if Shu's going to turn everything around. Already looking extremely solid, playing with that same ferocity we saw against Teaser, and with a whole crowd backing her as well.
There is one of those combos you normally see at a Tweak, right? Just always set up for that down air, see if you can get something off the juggle afterwards, and it does so much damage too. Beasley happy to take it, of course, and now with the ZSS in the corner, see if he can keep her there. Finally calls out that flip jump, but not able to get the stock. Hold that, still has a chance to do it.
Tries to catch the up smash, but Shu manages to move her around, trying to go for a trade with the barrels, instead careening towards the bottom blast zone. Beasley still holding on to the first. Banana toss into just double down tilt. No big connection and great DI from Beasley, so that nair's not going to follow into a flip jump.
I just love, even though that down air obviously did not work, in hindsight, terrible decision, right? But that shows me that Shu is still playing at her most comfortable. Like, if you've never had the privilege to play against her, my God, I mean, this is exactly what you come to expect. It's extremely fun, probably for both players as well. And Beasley certainly rollicking right now with that 3-stock to 2 lead, still hanging on. Shu trying to keep that pressure on at the ledge, but Beasley's starting to get wise to some of this ledge trap timing.
Locking it down a lot more solidly in neutral. Beasley really reacting to Shu more often than not, being the person to pull the trigger first.
Going real low, and we're both taking a trip to the blast zone. I'm not gonna pretend I know what happened, but what I do know, it's 2 stocks to 1.
If you kick a bomb and it blows up, you know.
Does anyone hear it?
Not me.
Not me. I am dead because I kicked the bomb.
Yeah. My goodness. That's a trade that I think you want to take if you're Beasley. It's totally fine. You didn't really have to work as much to seal that one at 100-something%. You know, you're already living on some borrowed time. And that is the only super move Diddy Kong ever has access to. But if you are playing around in the ledge a little bit too much, because he's earned it, right? Because he has called you coming from the ledge so many other positions as well, you kind of eventually have to give up a position where on a read you can connect that nair and finish the game.
It's really tough to get those on ZSS too, right? She has so many options coming off the ledge, but Beasley finally finding it, like you said, 1 bar burned right there to take that stock and to take game number 2. So we're even going into game number 3, and it's the switch to the Wahoo Mario.
Alrighty, once again, we saw this in winners, like you mentioned in the game 3. Going to see if maybe this is the change that needs to be made. It didn't work then, but we already have made differences from that first set they played with Shu taking the first game. But maybe thinking that Beasley figured too much out about the ZSS between game 1 and 2, that Mario is time to be mothered.
Having the right stage to do it too. Town and City, you can get some crazy stocks, not only off the top, but off the side. Mario has very reliable kill power as well, and especially if you're playing for that more like Bundy's based positioning, right? Not looking for the crazy stuff. That could be very helpful.
I know that you said Shu might not be needing to look for the crazy stuff, but she's still Shu.
By God, she will.
We've already seen a raw forward smash fly. We've seen forward airs as combo starters. And a big back throw, almost getting the stock just on merit of Town and City.
There you go, Mario not fast enough to chase that up B at that full charge all the way across the stage. A little bit of a predictable monkey flip though. Shu starting to catch onto those from Beasley, so this time recovering to that platform. Loving the patience, but even better from Shu, waiting out that recovery from Beasley. Now trying to seal out the stock, but 151, not enough with anything quick.
Oh yeah, and this character pick actually gives Shu a lot more opportunity to play solid nooch versus Diddy Kong, and just have options at almost any percent that will lead to something meaningful. High percents, you can go for stuff like that back air up smash very safely, but still meaningfully. And at low percents, the grab is just a menace. But Beasley somehow catching the landing, even crossed over with the up smash.
The problem right there from Shu is that that aerial hit very high up in the air on top of Beasley's shield, so he had a lot of time to be able to hit her back forward. That back air is generally very safe because you land with it, very low ending lag. But forget any of that, you land right into that up smash, you're gonna take another trip to that blast zone, 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, Beasley recognized that that grab was ill-advised, but then Shu caught the panic option afterwards of the roll. Chased it all the way down, and this is a big start for Shu. These platforms doing wonders right off the top. No, Beasley still surviving.
Town and City, baby. Those super, super tall blast zones coming in clutch for him. Gonna take another combo right here, though, and Shu looking for that big read to give her the lead, and the jab reset down smash is not enough.
That is crazy. Forward smash, I don't think would have sweet spotted. It might have been the same situation, but up smash to call out the monkey flip, and Shu looking primed to take this 2-1 in her favor. Beastly gonna be coming from the behind.
It seems like she just needed that first stock to really, get the rhythm going with the Mario, right? Get used to it, figure out how she wanted to play the neutral especially, but working out really well for her right now. Down throw not gonna lead into anything too low of a percent, so Beastly able to fight back, but needs to fight back with some vigor right now to get us to the last stock.
Down to it's a lot of scrambly boxing here. Both of these characters have their pros and cons in that department. That down tilt's absolutely a menace. Can we see up air? Definitely not going to KO off of Town and City's blast zones. This is a big setup for Shu.
Okay, playing careful around that center stage. Look at that. Beastly parries the back air and knows I can't do anything except for get some stage control. That's it.
Take position, yeah.
Yowlby.
That is a big old banana follow-up. Shu looking solid. Up 2-1. Potentially taking out the person who put her in the loser's bracket.
The adaptations back and forth have been so fun to watch between these two. And again, this is the fun. When you watch a couple of players that are really kind of on that same high level, duking it out against each other and playing with some stakes, right? To make it to losers semifinals to get that guaranteed 4th place or better. But with that switch to Mario, now comes the switch to the Ness for Beastly, trying to shake off that Game 3 loss. He has got to get one here or else his tournament run ends at 5th.
Another character in Beastly's repertoire. The Ness isn't out of nowhere. This is probably one of the first characters he was doing it with.
Not even probably, it is. We've been playing this character since Smash 4.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
And now we're going to see if these big disjoints the Ness has access to is going to be what we need to make the difference in the boxing game that Shu's been so good at.
No double jump.
We have no jump. Oh, but we're able to get up and above the cape. No chance for Shu to turn things around there.
Same sequence as we saw with that last PK Thunder, and almost the same reversal right now. Beastly going to stay on stage, though. That Nair is not going to take it from him. Down smash once again, letting him continue this advantage. Shu, a little antsy off the ledge, but the get-up attack does work.
Yeah, Perry expecting the up air, but the down air ends up being what it was. Shu catching Beastly on the landing, starting off hot again in the game 4.
Eating that back air, no combos for Shu, and now she takes a back air of her own. Beastly going to even this up 2 stocks apiece, but it still feels like Shu has got all the momentum.
Continuing to mix up Beastly's timing with these down airs, where he's expecting up airs, dropping those parries, and just taking the hit.
Couple of forward airs here. I don't know if Shu has a jump right now. Beastly trying to take advantage. Down air, not going to connect, and that Mario up B is hard to contest in first place.
Absolutely. There's no reason for him to have that large of a disjoint on those gloves, but it's there.
Down smash, safe, but not going to get Beastly any reward. Shu trying to put that pressure right back on. There's an up air to start up a juggle as well, but Beastly so much more careful with these landings now. He knows, okay, I can't be on top of Mario at any point.
Yeah, Shu doing such a good job of staying reactive and kind of positioning herself such that Beastly feels the need to press forward first.
And I'm surprised I'm like barely hearing the Texas crowd too. It's all about the Shu squad right now. They are loud and proud here in the crowd. Mash out from Beastly gonna keep him alive, but that just lets Shu continue this advantage at 144.
Jump.
Snipes.
Oh, manages to make it back, but has to recover very quickly. You reverse the fireball. Get up attack is gonna get Beastly back on stage. Forward air. Just applying pressure. Can we get the ledge trap? Down smash not gonna do it through
Always
get up attack.
Always get up attack when you see that yo-yo come out. Shu still not able to close out the stock. 171, and it only takes a couple of medial hits, and it's even the up air to do it. One more stock, and Shu moves on in the bracket.
Beastly taking a second to think on the Angel platform here. Back air going to send this to a last stock in the game 4.
There's the Texas crowd. Now they're starting to get loud because they realize the stakes now, right?
Yeah.
Beastly loses one more stock, his run's done.
And after such a strong start, you'd hate to see it peter out here.
No double jump.
But this could be it. This is a big chance for Shu, and the forward air emphatically finishing it. Shu moving on, taking out Beastly, who put her in loser's bracket, and potentially earning the chance to play herself now against Meister if he's able to take it over Teaser in a fight that was initially seeded.
And look at the crowd up there in the front, so happy for her. And Beastly shrugging it off and saying, well, guess that's where it ends. We had a good run. ended at 5th, but for right now, that hero is Shu on the screen right now. Like you said, an emphatic ending to that. The bravery saying, I don't care about that PK Thunder. You're getting the boot to the head. That's a fist to the head. But either way, you're going to the bottom blast zone, and I'm moving on.
Yeah, continue.